The service game that would never end. How about nearly 30 minutes? Brisbane, Peyton Stearns, Dasha. This video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use to Fair Dealing and the Digital Millennium Act. Dasha would take the first set in a tiebreak, up a break in the second set. All she had to do was hold on. And the same here, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. As we head to the sixth service game in the third set, Peyton Stearns, how about 9 break point opportunities? That's right. Dasha would have 9 opportunities to break Peyton Stearns. How about 16 deuces? Nearly 30 minutes long. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's Tom Hill in the corner of Peyton Stearns. He now coaches Peyton Stearns. And like I said previously, this is going to be a make or break year for Zachary, because she's going to have to get it together, ladies and gentlemen. She could very well find herself well outside the top 20. But Peyton Stearns, and what do you guys think about this coaching rule? Because after every deuce, after every break point that Peyton Stearns is saving, she's walking over to Tom Hill getting coachy. And you can see here that the service clock, she's able to do it on these smaller courts. But for example, once we get to these master events, these slam events, that's just not going to be possible. For example, take a look at Louis Armstrong or Arthur Ashe. It's impossible to walk over and get coaching, after every point. It's going to be impossible because it's just not enough time. The courts are so wide, to make up for the large arena. However, though, in the smaller tournaments, you can get away with that on the side courts in these slam and master events. The courts are so small, you can get away with that because it's not seating that many people in the stands. You can do that. You figure, it take 10 seconds to walk over, get a quick pointer from your coach, 5 seconds on the line, you still have time to spare. So what do you guys think? There's going to be a lot of coaching and a lot of adjustments, but I am getting a bit concerned about Dasha. She's going to be 28 years old in a few months. Peyton Stearns is 23, but it seems to me and I think it's the tour. The tour is getting a bit older. We know that every year. It's so, right? Players age. But when Dasha, in my personal opinion, she struggled with the serve. She's had issues closing out matches, and I think that's been the one thing that's plagued her entire career. She had 7 double faults in this match, is closing out matches with the serve, where she'll be up a break, up a set, and she can't hold on. And look, this is my personal opinion, but, the numbers back it as well. This is where I give fair criticism. But I do think, as I've said for many years, her footwork is phenomenal. She closes out well. She's a good shot maker between the lines. But with Peyton Stearns' explosiveness, her speed, her inside-out backhand, we're seeing Peyton Stearns literally just give these games away due to her own mistakes while breaking Dasha at will. Yes, the athletic ability of Peyton Stearns is she is just all over the place, behind the baseline, mid-court, just taking control of these rallies with her speed, and Dasha can't do anything about it. She's just too slow. So as Dasha starts to age and her footwork slows down a bit, I do think possibly taking an Iga Swiatek route and finding a coach that can continue to work on the things that can get her through these tough matches as her footwork starts to slow down. And that's going to be serve, double faults. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, despite getting the hold, no, I'm sorry, not a hold. That's a break. Dasha gets the break, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. After 9 breakpoint opportunities, 16 deuces, nearly 30 minutes, Dasha does get the break. But Peyton Stearns breaks back, and that's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Tennis in a minute. Dasha, if she can hold on here, she might win the match, but I don't think Peyton Stearns is going to go anywhere, as now in the 8th service game, Dasha has more break points. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back. This is an exciting match. And what do you guys think about the coaching? Peyton Stearns walking over to Tom Hill after every point. with plenty of time to spare. Do you think now, okay, let's pivot again before we end this video. Carlos Alcaraz does not like the service clock. Okay. In fact, a lot of stars do not like the service clock because he feels it's rushing the offense. It's rushing the player that's serving. And we have these cases here where, in contrast, the flip side to that is the defensive player may feel like it's holding them up because of coaching. What do you think? Interesting topic. Comment below.